Mike is a big Everton fan. Mike, good morning to you. Were you there yesterday?
Morning, gents. Yes, I've been there for more than 50 years, mate. First of all, Simon, I hope your recovery is going well.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome. Everton walked out with probably 5 to go yesterday. We weren't going to score a goal. You know, the manager, I'm not screaming for the manager to leave, but sometimes actions and consequences. Yesterday was on his toes. Arsenal had the freedom of Goodison. They weren't particularly good. I don't understand why everybody's waxing lyrical. They spent 80% of their possession in their own half, going sideways, because nobody was going near them. They were, I think they were all that. I got a bit bored with them falling over whenever they lose the ball. I want to put that in because that's just nonsense and referee buying it. But we were set up to get beat yesterday. You're not going to do anything. You're not going to score a goal.
Wow.
Pitch it up with the,
You were set up to get beaten, Mike. Did I hear you say there for the first time ever you left early?
I did. It's not. Do you know what, Jim? You get to the point where you think, well, we're not going to do anything. You start changing things, substitutions, when you go one down. So let's change some defenders. What are you doing?
Sure. Mike, listen, thanks for the call. We appreciate it, mate. Steve's another Evertonian. Steve, I'm not sure if you were there or not, but do you side with what Mike was saying? Good morning.
Good morning, lads. Not at all, Jim. This is, you know, I don't know what you want us ever, Jim. Personally, to yourself and Simon's there, I just said to the guy there, you need to listen to Sean Dyche, what he's saying about Everton Football Club, and you need to listen to Simon Jordan. In my eyes, they've got a spot on. If you listen to him and you don't understand it, ask someone else. What is this guy trying to say to you? Sean Dyche is the man for Everton Football Club. Whether you put him with that Burnley or whatever, you know, where we are as a club, Jim, I said this last year 3 or 4 times, and I'll say it, we are going to be in this position for the next 2 or 3 seasons. Honestly, we're going to be fine. It's not a very good working place to go to at the moment, Goodison Park, but we all need to stick together, Jim. We need to realise Sean Dyche has got his hands tied, walking through them corridors, training every day, what's going on in the club, who's staying, who's going, what have we got. When people are living, that guy left 5 minutes before the game yesterday. Technically, it was 9 minutes. People like that and people like coming on your show last year, and I was crying on your show last year, Simon. We need us to stick together and understand that Everton Football Club are not a big football club. Pardon me French, Jim, you can't polish your turd, but you can glitter it. And that's what we are. We need to stick together, pick our battles, and them supporters who walk out, that's your choice. Don't call yourself a proper Evertonian with 9 minutes to go, walking 1-0 down, because you're not a proper Evertonian.
Steve, did I hear you say you're not a big club?
Jim, we're not a big club at the moment. We've got history. We've got a big history, Jim. Look at us where we are at the moment, Jim. We are in transition. With a manager, there's no manager out there in this moment in time that'll do a job better than Sean Dyche for where we are as a football club. We are a team that have got a scrap for everything. Yesterday was the poorest they've seen us at Goodison Park for a long time. That happens. And it's not for the lack of trying. Them players are playing for him. He'll get Calvert-Lewin back. Major Boy will find his foot up front. McNeil will come back and start playing. He is the man, Jim. We have to keep the faith. Give me 4th from bottom for the next 2 seasons with things getting sorted out on a whole. The big picture, things need to come together. And the last one, Jim, tell Shady if he does love Everton Football Club to get that 3 double sevens and stick them where the sun don't shine.
Okay, Steve. Thank you very much indeed. I like Steve. He's been on a few times, Martin. We'll finish with John, who's a big Evertonian who's been waiting patiently. John, good morning. Are you beginning to panic? Do you doubt Dyche? You're with him. Where are you?
All right, Simon. All right, me and Johnny. I'm just on the motorway currently. I was there yesterday. I've got to say, that was absolutely terrible. That's not the Everton Football Club I know. And I will say one thing, Sean Dyche needs to go. We are not going to be able to rebuild and become a top club again with that dinosaur as the manager.
Oh, John, okay, listen, thanks for that. You see, this is what happens, Martin. You know, one fan will come on and say one thing, another fan will say the absolute diametric opposite to that. That we're talking about a fan base that's split, clearly.
Well, and that's going to be natural. That's very obvious that people are going to disagree with each other. Fans leaving before the end of the game, that's not really Everton. That's true. That is very, very true. But they've lost 3 consecutive games at Goodison Park. They've lost 1-0, although they should have beaten Fulham out of sight, believe it or not, on the opening day of the season. They should have won that. So it's a culmination of losing football matches then and thinking maybe they're not going to get back into it.
Yeah.
But it is. I think that the disillusionment was really to do with the fact that Everton were not in Arsenal's faces at the weekend as much as anything else. I mean, you can lose a game.
I think that's it. Yeah.
If that's the case. However, getting back to the point, I think with the Steve, the caller, and with Simon, I think that Sean Dyche, I think he will pull them out there. I think when they get a few players together, and probably I'm maybe working in the assumption that there may be 3 worse teams than Everton at this minute in the league.
That's where they're at, isn't it? Where they're at on Saturday at 5:30 is Brentford. So we'll see how they get on with that one. We're at 11 o'clock.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.